Little Maggie, wanders up and down the street, the snow upon her yellow hair, the frost upon her feet. With the little box of matches she could not sell all day, and the thin tattered mantle which the wind blows every way. The rows of large dark houses without look cold and drear, but within glad hearts are waiting for Christmas to appear. By the bright and cheerful firelight smile the father and the mother, while the children talk of presents and whispers to each other. But no one talks to Maggie, and no one hears her speak. No breath of little whispers comes warmly to her cheek. No little arms around her. Alas, that there should be, with so much happiness on earth, so much misery. Little Maggie, goes shivering on her way. There's no one looketh out at her, there's no one bids her stay. Her home is cold and desolate, no smile, no food, no fire, but sisters clamorous for bread and an impatient sire. And she sits down in the corner where two great houses meet, and she curleth up beneath her for warmth her little feet. She remembers the love tales her mother used to tell, and the cradle song she sang when the summer twilight fell, of good men and of angels and of the Holy Child, who was cradled in a manger when winter was so wild. Colder it grows and colder, but she does not feel it now, for the pressure at her heart and the weight upon her brow. But she struck one little match on the wall so cold and bare, that she might look round her to see if he was there. The single match was kindled, and by the light it threw, it seemed to little Maggie that the wall was rent in two, and she could see the room within, the room all warm and light, with the fire glow red and blazing, and the tapers burning bright. And kindred there were gathered round the table richly spread, with heaps of goodly viands, red wine, and pleasant bread. She could smell the fragrant odor, she could hear them talk and play. Then all was darkness once again, for the match had burned away. She struck another hastily, and now she seemed to see, within the same warm chamber, a glorious Christmas tree. The branches all were laden down with things that children prize. Bright gifts for boy and maiden they showed before her eyes, and she almost seemed to touch them and join the welcome shout. Then darkness fell around her, for the little match was out. Another, yet another, she has tried. They will not light. Then all her little store she took and struck with all her might, and the whole place around her was lighted with the glare, and lo, there hung a child before her in the air. There was blood drops on his forehead, and spear wound in his side, and cruel nail prints in his feet and in his hands spread wide. And he looked upon her kindly, and she had felt that he had known pain, hunger, cold, and sorrow still greater than her own. And he pointed to the laden board and the Christmas tree, then up to the blue sky, and said, "Will Maggie come with me?" And she folded both her thin white hands, and turned from the bright board, and from the golden gifts, and said, with thee, O Lord."